justice. What a liberal taint she is. She needs to hang up her podium and go home with her $10 million endowment that she's gotten for saying that. In contrast, when the true gospel is preached and men come to Christ, they all become brothers. We don't need all this talk about better relations. You cannot create better relationships by forcing people together. Only the gospel of grace of God will make a man into a brother of mine. When that happens, the color of a man's skin makes no difference at all. The solution of man's problems can come only through preaching the grace of God. We need to recognize, as Martin Luther put it, that grace creates, that God creates out of nothing. Until a man is nothing, God can make nothing out of him. The grace of God through Jesus Christ is the way to transform and save mankind. That is what this epistle teaches, and that is why it is important for us to study 2 Timothy. Now, there's an outline here. J. Vernon, I'm reading through the Bible by J. Vernon McGee. He skips the outline, as I've often told you. You can find the outline by going through to TTB through the Bible, the initials for through the Bible.org, ttb.org. And on the left-hand side, if you scroll down, it says notes and outlines. You click on that, and it'll take you to a list of books, and you click on 2 Timothy. And I've shown you how to do it before. I'm not going to do it today. And then it will give you the notes and outlines. It's enough for me to read them here, since J. Vernon skipped them. The first point is Roman numeral 1 of affliction of the gospel, chapter 1. A, the introduction, chapter 1, verses 1 through 7. B, not assumed, but a partaker of affliction, chapter 1, verses 8 through 11. C, not ashamed. I'm sorry, it's not ashamed, not assumed, not assumed. Not ashamed, but assured, chapter 1, verses 12 through 18. We're assured to be persecuted, as we're going to see here in this chapter. Number 2, active in service, chapter 2. A son, chapter 2, verses 1 and 2. B, a good soldier, chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. C, an athlete, chapter 2 and verse 5. D, a farmer, chapter 2, verses 6 through 14. E, a workman, chapter 2, verse 15 through 19. F, a vessel, chapter 2, verses 20 through 23. G, a servant, chapter 2, verses 24 through 26. The third point in this chapter is apostasy coming, authority of the scriptures, as chapters 3, verses 1 through 14 through 4 and verse 5. So we're going to have in here 3:16, all scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, reproof, and instruction. A is conditions in the last days, chapter 3, verses 1 through 9. I think it was the same Bible class that I had 2 Timothy 2:15 that I had 2 Timothy 3:16 in as well. B is authority of Scripture in the last days, chapter 3, verses 10 through 17. I guess they could have totally taught 1st and 2nd Timothy and Titus and Jeremiah and not taught anything else in Bible school. We probably would have been just as well off. C, instructions for the last days, chapter 4, verse 1 through 5. Point 4 is allegiance to the Lord and of the Lord, chapter 4, verse 6 through 22. A is the deathbed testimony of Paul, chapter 4, verse 6 through 8. And B is the last words, chapter 4, verse 9 through 22. The Lord stood with me. And that concludes that section. Now we're going to move on